Alright, y'all. Y'all want to talk Terrifier 3? Let's talk Terrifier 3. No spoilers. Let's go. Welcome to the Cinefanatics. My name is Robert Adams, and just give me a bit. I'm off of like 4 hours of sleep. I'm at Fantastic Fest this whole next week. Last night I went to the premiere of Terrifier 3. This is going to be my review, spoiler-free. Absolutely, of course, because this movie doesn't actually come out until October 11th. This is going to be a little bit different than a review I would typically give. I'm not going to do any, like, massive flair editing. Again, I'm off of, like, 4 hours of sleep. I've got a whole nother day of movie watching, including, like, Apartment 7A, Nora, VHS Beyond. Tonight is the first secret screening, which I'm super eager for, so I'm not going to do a whole lot except just looking at the camera and talking in this video, but I do have some points I want to get to. I did the out of the theater reaction last night at like 2 a.m. or so, and like I know I didn't say a lot just because I was just so I was so eager. I was like fanboying out. I got to meet like damn near the entire cast. Elliot Fulham unfortunately was not attending the premiere, but I wasn't expecting to see Chris Jericho, so I mean it was awesome. Great to go to the premiere. I highly recommend go to Fantastic Fest. This is my second year going there, and even after day one was worth the entire cost of the badge alone, so I highly recommend it if you're a big fan of genre movies, horror, indie action, foreign films, LGBTQ focused films. This is the film festival for you. And also the one that plays Terrifier 3 in the world premiere. Again, if you've seen this channel, if you've been following me, especially doing like the reactions, I'm a huge Terrifier fan. I love the gore and everything that they do in the movies, the practical effects. Like I'm a big fan of a lot of like practical effects, special effects artists, like stuff from like K&B, Beekler, Screamin' Mad George. I love like all of these practical effects, stuff that you've seen like in Cronenberg. Just recently, Coralie Farge's The Substance. Amazing. The difference here is like a lot of the ones, especially in the 80s, because they're kind of dated, a lot of them look very cheesy. They look fake, but it's a nice little, like, I like the charm out of it. The effects used in like these Terrifier movies are ultra realistic. There are some shots in like Terrifier 1, Terrifier 2, and in Terrifier 3 where you're like, okay, you could tell this isn't quite realistic. There is some fakeness to this. But for the most part, it's real enough. I fully expect to hear more reports of people passing out or puking while watching Terrifier 3. Going back to the spoilers real quick, again, I'm not going to talk about spoilers. There are some stuff that, like, I can confirm. Like, I know a lot of people were asking about, like, the first 10 minutes is supposed to be super controversial. It is, because it's setting a bar. It is setting something that, like, essentially we haven't seen art actually do, and we're getting confirmation in the first 10 minutes, and that's like, whoa, okay, so this is where we're at now with these movies. We're ramping stuff up. We have to amp it up. We've had 2 movies of, like, non-stop, just gore-filled goodness. I feel like very weird and sicko for saying that, but I mean, that's the kind of movie this is. I mean, if you enjoy it, you're a sicko, be proud of your sicko-ness. But oh man, it was such a good movie. Like, I'm so happy and excited. I can't wait to hear more people watch this. But yeah, like the opening 10 minutes is pretty gory. A lot of people, I said it in the out of theater review, I've already seen a lot of other people talk about it. The shower scene is the hacksaw from Terrifier 1, the bedroom scene from Terrifier 2. That is the shower scene that you saw in the trailer. That is the big one from this movie, so brace yourself when that happens. Oh man, just I love the practical effects of it. That is the number one draw. Well, sorry, that is one of the biggest draws for me, but also the performance of David Howard Thornton. I love what he does. I got a chance to speak with him. He does have a background in clowning, so he's just someone that he just really enjoys what he does. And when you talk to him, when you see him, like his face lights up. You could tell how excited, how happy he is to be playing this character. He was talking about like being happy, being positive, like on set, that he doesn't want to be a Grinch. And I'm like, haha. So, like, I just really love what he's doing. Like, easily he is cementing himself in the grand lore of people who are known for playing these characters, like Robert Englund playing Freddy Krueger, Kane Hodder as Jason. Debatable on who you might say is the main person to play Michael Myers. I am a big fan of Nick Castle and Dick Warlock. Those are probably my two favorite ones. But stuff like that. Was Chucky, Brad Dourif as Chucky. That's actually super iconic right there with his voice, because we mainly don't see the actor the entire time. But yeah, David Howard Thornton is easily cementing that same kind of iconic role as Art the Clown. Let's see, going on with this, the look of this movie, I love what they do. They continue the same thing that I've seen since Terrifier 1, and that is the way it looks is very, I feel like as someone who's color graded, like I'm going to color grade this video at least. This is about as much editing as I'm putting in this. I'm going to color grade this to make everything make it pop a little bit more. One of the things I see a lot in the Terrifier movies is a balance, a lean towards like that orange and teal look, and I love it. That coupled with like some of the electronica type of music really puts this movie in like that 80s grindhouse feel, which is that's my hometown right there. 80s grindhouse I love. I like if I had the time, I could just sit here on like Tubi or Shudder, just going through the huge list of little known 80s horror grindhouse indie classics, and a lot of those are my favorite kinds of movies. I would love to be able to deep dive and talk about those. I might make a video about that at some point, but yeah, I love that look, and the Terrifier movies have been doing that consistently. It look like you could tell this is a newer movie, but it still looks like it's much older. It looks like it's a little rugged, which makes sense. I mean, for what we're seeing in this movie, the nonstop blood and gore, it's all a part of the charm of how these movies work. It's everything. It's the sum of all the parts, and I love how they put that all together in these. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that orange and teal look that these have. I wasn't a big fan of like the first Terrifier when I watched it. I was like, why is it just like so weirdly colored? And then I couldn't quite put my finger on what exactly it was. And then like noticing, especially after Terrifier 2, it is kind of an orange and teal palette. So I like what they did with that. It's great. Story-wise, as I said in the Out of the Theater reaction, this does expand on the lore. Does it answer every one of our questions? Not really, but we do get a lot more detail. The wider picture of what's happening here is starting to become known. You see the directions of this world, of this story. You've got a more focused point of view of where this is going with Terrifier 3. I don't want to go into any more details than that because I know a lot of people have their questions, the same questions I had going into watching this movie, and it's kind of fun to see like what gets answered, how it gets answered, what the answer is. Like all of those were all the fun part of the journey with this movie specifically. Of course, I'm here for all the nonstop gory goodness, but I want to know more about these characters, about this world. Why does all of this exist? How is this happening? Type of thing. And it's interesting to see the little steps that we're taking towards that actual answer. I will say we don't get it all yet. There is going to be more, which is what led me, after the movie played, they did a Q&A with Damien Leone, the director, and the cast that were there. And that's what led me to ask the biggest burning question I feel like everyone had. Is there going to be a Terrifier 4? Unfortunately, I don't have video footage of me asking this question. But basically what happened, I asked this question, Damien Leone is like, are you kidding? You already want to know about 4? We just watched 3, which everyone laughed at. But yes, he did confirm Terrifier 4 is going to be happening. So I am super pumped for that now. I mean, Terrifier 3 isn't even fully released yet, and I'm already excited for Terrifier 4. So I'm happy that we got that confirmation. I'm so happy I asked that. Usually when it comes to like Q&As, I get brain dead. I'm like, I can't think of anything I want to ask. And it's not until like I like get home, or like say like in the car on the way home, get home and I'm taking a shower and I'm like, damn it, I should have asked about that. I think we've all had those kind of moments before. So yeah, I'm really happy I was able to ask that question and get that answer. If you are watching this and you happen to have footage of that, let me know in the comments. Tweet at me at RCA Reacts on Twitter or Instagram. But yeah, I'll plug all that stuff here in a little bit. I would say overall, the only negative thing for me was some of the editing. And when it comes to editing, specifically with me, I know I have like really bad ADHD. As I was telling other people, I need my hand held a little bit in certain times in certain movies. And stuff like that, like there are scenes that jump in this movie. We go from one shot to another. Probably best example, the first time it really hit me and I was like, wait, what? We see a shot, this isn't spoiler or anything, we see a shot of, I believe it is Sienna calling her brother Jonathan, and we see like his phone, he's holding up his phone and it says like Sienna's calling, and then right after we see his phone, the very next thing we see is the two of them sitting at a table talking. Like, wait, I thought she was calling him. Now she's actually there. Which, I mean, I get the idea that it's meant to convey that she's wanting to talk to him. It just seemed like a very weird way. Like, typically you would get him, like, answering the phone. What's going on? What's up, sis? Hey, we need to talk. Are you available? I'm on my way there right now. And then maybe we get, like, the transition, like, edited in a transition shot of her leaving to go meet him, or the stereotypical car on the highway. I don't think that would fit with these movies, the style of these movies, but something to that extent. It's just a really weird jump cut. And then the other one that really stuck out for me is there's a part in it where, because Sienna has dreams, in Terrifier 2, we saw her dreaming about the clown cafe. She has dreams in this one as well, and because we are used to her potentially having dreams, it does seem like there might be a bit of confusion at one point that we don't know if she's dreaming or if this actually is what's really happening within the story of the movie. So that got kind of confusing because it took me probably about five minutes or so of watching this before I realized, oh, okay, now I know the answer to that. I know whether or not she's dreaming or if this is reality in the world. But maybe something to help clarify that. That would be my only complaint. It's a small complaint. Again, I don't know if maybe it's just like my viewing ability. I will be watching Terrifier 3 again at some point. I don't know why, but I'm going to. And maybe it will come across a little bit better for me at that point. But yeah, that's my only negative. The rest of this movie, brutal, fun. The humor, the comedic humor is so great. I'm the type of person that I will start laughing at how over the top it gets. So that was a blast. I'm at Fantastic Fest watching this. I'm next to Sean Chandler, who typically gets pretty squeamish with over the top gore. So it was fun watching some of these scenes. And I'm sitting there laughing. I look over at Sean, and he's like just kind of cringing up a bit, especially the shower scene. It's a blast, y'all. You're gonna have fun. And then I know a lot of people were also wanting to know about the Ice Nine Kills music video. I am not an Ice Nine Kills fan. I've heard like a couple of their songs. I am a fan of the YouTube channel Dead Meat. I know James A. Janice and Chelsea are fans and friends of those guys, specifically Spencer. Spencer was there in attendance for the premiere last night of the music video. The music video was great. Like plenty of cameos, familiar faces from the Terrifier franchise. Obviously, the lead girl in that music video is Catherine Corcoran, who was Dawn in Terrifier 1. If you don't remember, she was the girl that was hung upside down and sawed in half. She also hosts Scream Dreams with James A. Janice and Barbara Crampton, who I also got to meet on day one of Fantastic Fest. So, again, day one, that passes more than worth it. Today is day two. It's the beginning of day two, so I cannot wait to get back to the Alamo Draft House to continue to soak in all the goodness. There's a lot of other things. I can't wait. Like, I can't believe the day I had yesterday. Getting to meet the Terrifier cast, the director, getting to meet Jeffrey Rush, Halle Berry, Barbara Crampton, Alex Aja, it was just a phenomenal day, and I can't wait to see where the rest of this week is going to go. Compared to last year, there wasn't a whole lot of like celebrities last year because of the actor strike. So a lot of ones we got last year were mainly like the producers and directors, and other like critics. So I'm having a blast. I am a little out of it. I'm still trying to rest before I really dig into my day. I need to go eat breakfast and whatnot. But I highly recommend Terrifier 3. It was a fun movie. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Overall, prepare yourself. This is going to go places that they haven't gone before in a Terrifier movie. I know there's a lot of questions that I see, like asking about the type of content that's going to be in this movie. It's going to get brutal. Some of the things that I see floating around the internet, questions that people have, I will confirm that at least one of the big ones does happen in this movie. And it's going to change a lot of people's perception of the character of Art the Clown. But that's about as much as I'll say on this. You're going to have a good time. October 11th is when it comes out. I believe if you're in the Austin, Texas area, there is going to be another showing of Terrifier 3 at Fantastic Fest. I believe it's on the second half, so if the second half badges are available, or there's also standby tickets where you could come to the festival, I believe. I don't know the whole process of it, but there is a way to be able to get a ticket specifically for that showing without having to buy a badge. So look up the schedule on fantasticfest.com, find out when it's playing, make plans. If you want to see it before everyone else on October 11th, highly recommend it. It's going to be a blast. I don't know what else to say. It's a good movie. Go check it out. That's going to do it for this review. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below in the comments. Are you a fan of the Terrifier movies? Are you like someone who's grossed out by it and you just absolutely refuse? Let me know your thoughts. I want to know like what people are interested in, why they might be interested into these kinds of movies, because I feel like we're all just a little sick in the head at this point if you enjoy this kind of film. So no shame. I absolutely enjoy them, so I'll continue to enjoy them as long as they keep pumping these out. So Anyways, that's going to be it. Make sure you follow us at The Cinefanatics on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. I will be continuing to do out of the theater reactions for at least like a lot of the major movies, like Nora I'll do today, VHS Beyond I believe I'll do an out of theater reaction. So make sure you follow us on TikTok and here on YouTube. I'll put them up as shorts, try to keep them about a minute in length. So yeah, make sure you follow us there. You can follow me at RCA Reacts on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm not doing anything yet, but I will shortly. And then there's also youtube.com/@RCA Reacts, where I react to a couple different things. Lately I've been doing like music, just did reacting to Linkin Park's new song and everything going on with them, so go check that out over on my channel. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you are at Fantastic Fest, come over, say hi if you see me or whatnot. Love to talk to you. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Y'all all have a great day. I'm going to go back to bed for like 30 minutes.